Hi, everyone. Dale Pinker here at TradeGATEHub.com. Our sponsor is TradeView Markets. So when I left you last week talking about I was negative the dollar, I'm still looking for new lows for the move under this 101.40. And Friday finally was decisive for this breakdown in the dollar. So if you took any of the dollar index trades, you have a nice lead. Always be tactical and take partial profits. The call of the week was the short side of the US dollar yen against 145. We've had a pretty nice break. Now the sales that were posted in the room at 44.60 and 44.20 look pretty good. I don't know if I would chase it, although I think there's more left. I would now use, I'd sell rips, just like I'd buy this dip in Euro. I'll show in a minute. Back towards 43 and a half, 3 1/4, 3 1/2. If that happens sometime this week, we have a couple of important inflation reports. So you should have, from when we talked about it, over 200 pips. You can take a piece off and look to redeploy and get short on any rally back towards 3 1/2, because here's my weekly view. And it's something that I'm keeping an open mind on, is that this whole rally that we had in the end after the top that we put in last fall is a failing rally, and that we could repeat this action from here. It would portend risk off as people buy in as a safe haven currency, unwind some carry trades. And if we had equality, it would take us down to about 120. So this could be quite a campaign trade. The natural spot for the first break to find strong support would be back at the breakout around 138. And then after a bounce and then a breakdown negating the breakout under 138 was 700 above it. So 700 under 138 gives you 131 around these lows. And then the grand prize, there's plenty of stops to be taken out on the way down. Keep in mind that sentiment was really extreme. And news, it hasn't been done. This move didn't happen with intervention or the BOJ checking rates. What drove it was the parabolic move in the Nikkei right here being negated. Okay, so it looks pretty heavy. And this could be part of the stronger yen, weaker US dollar yen story that could last for a while, especially for heading into risk off. And there are other signs about risk off, and I do admit that the US is the strongest, but I've shown how the DAX is acting, which, is not great. And you have to keep in mind that Europe was a leader on the way up, right? So it could end up being the leader on the way down. So DAX is bouncing today, but look at this move. Looks like the top is in DAX. I'd sell rips. I don't think it's going to be able to get back above 1600. So that could be part of the reason for yen weakness. Just wanted to show you. Also, I was talking about that you buy euro between 8.5 and 108 for the last week or so. There were actually a couple of opportunities to do it. There was this, and then there was this. And I said against 108 for stops, never got there. And on Friday, we had a breakout out of this triangle or pennant, whatever you want to define it. And we're down a little bit today, but this is your preferred long now, because it looks like Euro Pound has turned the corner. Even if you don't trade Euro Pound, you have to monitor Euro Pound, because this is what gives you your preferred longs and shorts. Now, if you're bearish a dollar, you don't buy cable, you buy the relative strength leader, would be Euro. And when you're bullish a dollar, you don't sell Euro, you sell cable, because it's your relative weakness. So short the relative weakness, buy the relative strength. I've been talking about Euro having a chance initially to trade above this 110.50. And eventually I think we're headed towards this weekly moving average up around the 112 level that will complete a correction after this big decline. And then we start heading down again in the Euro, maybe back to parity. But, you know, that's a few trades from here. Good luck today, everyone. Have a great week. I invite you to set up a demo with TradeView Markets and share your ideas in the room at TradeGATEHub.com. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Adios.